Good afternoon, everyone. It's Mel here from Success on Purpose for my 4 o'clock live. I'm late for a very important date. Apologies, but with good reason. I have a very divine client that I'm working with. Oops, sorry about that, everyone. Now, the purpose of my Facebook Live today is to have no purpose. I had my meetup group. Hey Richard, how are you? Gorgeous. I had my meetup Joyful Entrepreneurs event on networking group on Tuesday night, and the topic was conscious courage. And the beautiful Chris Henderson. Hey Chris, how are you? Beautiful. Hey. And the beautiful Chris Henderson spoke, and she's from Brisbane, and she's what's called the Courage Catalyst. And she came and spoke to us about courage, and it was extremely powerful. And as I was sitting there, I thought, what can I do to be more courageous? It's something that I step into quite often. I'm always taking leaps of faith to get to the next level. And I thought, what can I do to be courageous this time? And I said in front of, hello, beautiful Chris. So what I said in front of, oh, awesome, thank you. Thanks, Richard. So, the 22nd, not the 30th. Okay, I'll talk to you later. So what I decided to do was to do a Facebook Live without organising a topic, because usually I get quite, a bit nervous, a bit excited about to do a topic. So today I decided that I would take a leap of faith and be courageous and just come on with actually no topic at all and just see what happens. So what would you like to talk about today? Has anyone got any topics for me? I would really, really appreciate that. So I've got something to talk about. Has there anything been coming up in your life? Oh yeah, the 30th. Great, thank you. Is there any themes that have been coming up in your day? Any questions? What I really specialise in is finding the gift in situations. So looking at what might be perceived as bad, wrong, and turning that around and looking at the mirroring effect of that, and actually what has that person, that situation got to teach us, so that we can keep taking responsibility for life and then changing our reality, really, which is incredibly powerful. Does anyone have any topics, please? What would you like to talk about today? Anything around courage? Who wants to be courageous? Oh, I honour your courage to choose a topic for me today. Is anyone? Hello Carrie, how are you? Wave. Does anyone have a topic for me today? If not, I've actually one's just come through, an idea. If you could be anyone in the world for one day, who would that be? Dealing with negative people. Okay, thank you, Richard. So, negative people. I call them healing angels. And we have people, healing angels, come up in our life to show us our subconscious mind, which we can't see. We can only see our conscious mind. And our subconscious mind gets very much developed in our childhood years. And from that, we develop belief systems and we lock in emotions as well. Very much fear-based emotions. So we have negative people in our life to come forward and show us our subconscious mind, and also trigger us with some emotions so that we notice some of the emotions that we have inside our body that we've been holding on and repressed and suppressed. So they're actually very valuable, Richard. I've had many, a healing angel in my life who have grown me so much. So I talk about, especially in my book, the mirroring effect. So without these negative people, we wouldn't find those subconscious belief systems and the emotions so that we can heal them. And I believe that those fear-based emotions and also those negative, so to speak, beliefs that we hold on are causing us disease inside. And they keep us stressed, keep us overwhelmed, and keep us in flight and in a very stuck place. Hey Chris, how are you? Gorgeous. So I want you to just look at it differently, Richard. Look at these negative people, I'd need a little bit more information, but what are they mirroring back to you? Where are you? So underneath the subconscious, that'll be part of you that's actually negative. And mostly, all the time, right, Chris? It's the negative part of us. It's where are we not seeing us? Where are we holding beliefs about ourselves? And so we have these people in our life to bring them to the surface so that we can become aware of them, and then we can change them. Hey Sarah, how are you? Gorgeous? Oh my goodness, long time no see. Does that make sense, Richard? Our family is fantastic for that. Hey Robin, how you going? Our family is our greatest healing angels. We always say that if you're feeling, inverted commas, enlightened, then go and see your family, because they're very much our healing angels to bring up. Yes, awesome. Good on you, gorgeous. Oh, when I chat to you later, I can get some more details on that. But yeah, because we can't see ourselves, our subconscious, the universe, whatever you'd like to call it, shows a mirror up for us so that we can see those unloved parts of us. We also say that children are our best teachers as well, because they mirror back our unloved parts. So when they're having a tantrum, all of that sort of thing going on, where are they being resistant? It shows up, where are we being in resistance in life? Where are we being control freaks? And we very much are control freaks in society, because control is important because it keeps us safe. And for a lot of people, we need control, because when we were growing up, our life there was parts of our life that weren't safe and was out of control. So then we learned to be in control of the things that we can be in control of, and then we just continue that on and on it through our lives, and then stops us from being flexible, and then doesn't allow for more spontaneity, more fun, and also more possibility to come into our life, because we have to know the outcomes all the time. But especially because our brain really wants to know, have certainty, so that we make decisions knowing that it will work out. But it's actually in the uncertainty that the gold happens, the growth. This is where soul expansion, which is where energy comes from. But it's scary, isn't it? You have to be courageous. You have to lock into that courage to take yourself through that uncertainty, and just trust yourself that it will all work out, which it always does. I'm the queen of it. I've done a lot of taking leaps of faith, particularly when I got into business. And it's all worked out absolutely amazingly. But there's very much a period of time where I'm banging uncertain, and I'm coming up to some more uncertainty coming up very soon, which is exciting. So I've learnt now not to wait for the answers to come, because I know when I take that leap of faith, then the answers come. And when you allow yourself to hop into uncertainty and take those leaps of faith, what you actually do is you back yourself. It mightn't feel like that sometimes, but you're actually backing yourself, and in that you increase your self-worth, which changes your point of attraction, and then the results start to come through, which is very exciting. Wow, that was good. Didn't know I was going to talk about that today. So where have you been courageous in your life? It's such a I think it's such a powerful thing, and the realizations I had from Chris, thanks Richard, the realizations I had from Chris speaking on Tuesday night, and then I went to her workshop. I supported her with her workshop yesterday morning, and what I really got from that is how you don't get courage, it doesn't come, it's actually already within us, it's already inside of us. And we're just given situations in life where we just access that. And then when I started to look back at my life, I was like, wow, I am courageous. I've done a lot of courageous things in life. And so it was always there. It's not something that we actually have to look for. But I used to think it was. I used to look for it outside and hope and wish, please give me some courage. But it was actually always there. And just being on this call today shows how much courage I have allowed to come to the surface, because it was only the start of last year when I started doing these Facebook Lives, and I was so scared. I was very nervous. I thought, what am I going to talk about? Who am I to even speak? But I just knew that in order to grow, I needed to take the courage and take the next step and just have a go. And so I remember my first Facebook Live, and I say this because I've caught up with a few people lately, and especially when I did my talk at my networking group, and I spoke a little bit about courage, and it inspired a lot of people. They said, wow, so you weren't able to public speak? And I said, no, I was hopeless. I couldn't even talk to more than one person. And I remember this guy, Axel, and he said, oh, wow, thank you so much. That gives me inspiration, that gives me motivation, and it does, because I know for me, I just thought everyone could public speak. I thought you were just born a public speaker or something, but no, very much not so. It comes and it evolves, and it's through taking action, constant action. Hello, Isa, how are you, beautiful? Through taking constant action and stepping into the uncomfortable, and I don't know, I suppose acknowledging the fear, but each step of the way just improving each time. And yeah, I started doing these Facebook Lives last year with a result of my mentoring group I'm in, and it really came through that was my action I was going to take to grow and go that next step. And I started, and I remember my first one, I think it went for about 20 seconds, and I got on, I don't even know what I spoke about, really quickly, and then I got off, and then I just jumped up and down. I was so excited that I'd actually done it. And yeah, I've learnt to laugh at myself and not take life too seriously. I'm very grateful for my previous work in palliative care as a nurse, because that taught me to look at life in a whole different way, and not be perfect, and give up that need to be perfect, and just allow fun and joy in life, and growth, and just trying new things. And then as I went along, I did another one, and then eventually now I'm in a space where I feel so much more comfortable, and I've learned not to judge myself. That was the biggest fear, of course, not doing it right, not being perfect. And then as I've let go of all that, I feel much more comfortable, because at the end of the day, I can only be me. I can only show up as myself. And that's all we've got, isn't it? At the end of the day. Hey, Robin. Oh, thank you, gorgeous. Yeah, at the end of the day, all we've got. And I shared yesterday with another beautiful woman that was in business and quite new to business, and was talking about fear and judgment and things. And I said, you know what my experience has been? No one can judge us more than we have, and do. We're our own hardest critic. And I said, what I found is actually people are incredibly supportive. And really want you to do well, and cheer you on, and everyone wants the best for each other. So yeah, it's about being in those communities with people that are supportive, so you can go the next level and feel safe to do that. Thank you so much, my beautifuls. Have a gorgeous weekend. Chris, hello, gorgeous. What are you up to? I started meditating out in the open in front of people on the sand in the mornings. That was difficult first, but I'm getting there. Woohoo! Yeah, well done. That is really courageous. That is, yeah, because you've got to sit with that, don't you? Sit with the uncomfortableness. Are people looking at me? And isn't it funny? Look, you realise how egocentric we are. How much we're thinking about ourselves all the time, worrying about ourselves. And everyone's doing that, aren't they? So really, no one's worried about us. Do you know what I mean? Does that make sense? Yes. Thank you. So there's really nothing to worry about, really. And I think that when you do things like that, Chris, you inspire other people. And then if you do get judgments, it's always from the people that really want to be doing that internally themselves, but they're too scared, so then they outwardly judge. Are people looking at me? Yeah, that's right. And the funniest thing I realised was, I've shared this story before, was when I did my riding. I did the charity bike ride last year, and I started riding, got all the gear, got all the lycra and everything, and I realised how much I used to judge bike riders, lycra riders. I remember being young and being just out of school and getting up in the mornings and going to work, I used to work at a supermarket, and you'd be on the road and there'd be all of these bike riders taking up the whole road. You used to say, oh, get off the road. You think you own the road and all this sort of stuff. So totally judging them. And then why was I judging them? Because I wanted to be one of them. But I didn't actually know that. But really, I was, I was inspired by them. They get up really early. They're really fit. They are actually very beautiful, loving people, as I came to know when I joined into the community when I was training for my triathlon. So it's always worth noticing what we judge in others is actually what we're judging in ourselves, or not accepting of something that we actually want as well. And have a great weekend, Mel. Miss you. You too, gorgeous. Miss you too. We'll have to, definitely catch up. So I'm going to finish there. I've got to be done by 3:30. I can't see what time it is. 4:30 rather. All right, lots of love. Have a brilliant long weekend, everyone, and stay safe. And happy International Women's Day as well to all the beautiful, powerful women out there, which is everyone. All women are, and in their own way. And thank you to my beautiful mum who had me, and I'm so grateful, and who is very, very incredibly powerful and an inspiration in my life. Love you, Mum. Mwah. Thank you so much. Bye.